Alright, so I want to do a quick walk around video of the Ariel Rider Grizzly. It's new, so I know there's going to be a lot of people out there interested. And rather than gushing about all the things I love about this bike, I'm going to hit the things that I don't like just because they're only a couple. Because I could just sit there and go on and on about how this thing has exceeded my expectations. I absolutely freaking love this bike. Alright, but anyway, probably my biggest gripe, which is just a tiny little one, this seat is super duper hard. It almost feels like sitting on a plank of wood. I'm hoping it'll break in. If not, I'll see if I can find an upholsterer to put some softer foam in there. But that's probably gripe number one. And number two would be the suspension. A lot of e-bikes, even much cheaper e-bikes, come with an adjustable front suspension, and this thing has no adjustment whatsoever. Very minor issue, because for me, this suspension is set perfectly and I like it just how it is, so don't care at all about the front one. The back is adjustable. Let me show how that works. It's just a Schrader valve like you'd find in your bike tires. You can pressurize it right there. When I got it, I let out all the pressure and it was already pretty much empty, and it's still super stiff. So I think maybe a lighter spring would have been better suited. I weigh probably riding weight 175 to 180 pounds, depending on what I got on there. And only when I had my wife on there, who us combined were just a little under the 300-pound weight limit. I'm 175, she's about 110, 115. Then I could feel the suspension kind of giving and doing what it's supposed to. But it's pretty stiff from the factory. Brakes are freaking awesome. You can see the bike. I don't know if you can see or not. It's pretty dirty, and one of the first things I did, I took it out on a pretty gnarly single track trail that takes me down about probably 350 feet of elevation change. I did manage on one of my rides to get a flat on the front tire. When I first got the bike, I was like, oh man, I should put some tire slime or something in there. And I was like, no, I just want to get out and ride it. That bit me in the butt. The power of this thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. When you kick it into dual motor, you got rear, everybody probably already knows this if you have this bike, rear, both, and front motor. When you put it in two motor mode, it goes a lot faster and it's a lot torqueier. So if you're like if you want top speed, it won't just get top speed on one motor. If you go with two, it'll bump it up and go a little faster. You can see I don't have the second battery on right now, the front battery. That's just because I'm doing the battery conditioning. I'm on like my third and final conditioning for the front one, and that one just got its second conditioning charge. So these flip up foot pegs for the rear passenger are awesome. One of the reasons I got the bike was to be able to pick up my kids from school, and I've got to go down that big hill I told you about to get there. For my setup, I really just bought the long seat. I got a bar end mirror, and that's all I've done to it so far. And I did put some tire slime in after that flat, and it's holding pressure just fine, so that's all it needed. But so far, an awesome bike. I don't want to get too winded. If you have any questions about it, I'd be happy to answer. But so far, I freaking love this bike. It has been absolutely awesome. Way better than I expected it to be from my past experience with the previous e-bike I had. So anyway, there it is.